So let me tell you about my today's game. So today I played against international master from Indonesia, Hafiz Arif. He's much higher rated. Yes, his rating is 2343. Really much higher rated. I just noticed that players on top boards played against much lower rated opponents, 2100, and I was playing against 2300 rated on board number 16. Yeah, I played with white pieces, and as you probably know, or you don't know yet, so I lost today. I played okay in the beginning, but then I made some positional strategic mistake. Somehow I even didn't realize. I mean, I didn't underestimated. I underestimated my or underestimated his position, overestimated my chances. So okay, let me show you, and I will give my comments. So c4, e5. Well, I decided to play e3. Yeah, sometimes I play knight c3, but this time I decided to play e3. Knight c6, a3, g6. I played b4 immediately. Bishop goes to g7. Bishop goes to b2. d6. I play knight f3, f5. Here I think I'm doing okay. I play d4. Here, knight f6. Here I decided to play g3. Well, I know that it was possible to develop my bishop immediately to e2, but I thought that maybe it will be safe for me to play g3 and bishop g2 and then castle. I thought that I have time. So I played this move, and he played h5. Not the best move, I think. And computer doesn't recommend it. So, but computer also doesn't say that it's you know, it's a blunder, mistake or something. Okay, he played h5 with an idea, I guess, to play h4. And I played h4 because I don't want him to play h4, h3. I think it will be really bad for me. Well, not maybe really, but it will be not good for me. So he castled. Now I decided not, because in this position with h5 and h4, I was not so sure if I want to put my bishop to g2 or to e2. I decided that I can wait, but I found another plan. I thought that it would be great to have my knight on f4. Now when g5 cannot be played and h6, g5 cannot be played, it would be great to have my knight on f4, and it's an easy way to start, doing this just by playing knight c3, then maybe knight e2 and knight f4. If he plays knight g4, then I can play knight d5 this way, and then knight f4. So he played knight e7. I played knight e2. I see that computer is not really impressed, recommending a4, knight e2, knight e2, actually second line, no? So I played knight e2. Yeah, it's okay. And he plays bishop e6. I play knight f4 and bishop f7. Yeah, all is fine. Looks good. Yeah, I think looks fine. Well, I was not planning to win the game after this maneuver, but I thought that I'm doing okay. So yeah, after bishop f7, he played after bishop f7 move, I played knight to b3. Just let me see what computer is saying. Computer is saying d5 is the first line. By the way, I was thinking about d5. This was my first idea to play this move. But then at some point I thought that maybe knight d7 is possible, and maybe he will be ready to exchange these bishops and then put his knight on e5. Also, computer is saying that after d5, black needs to play c6. Well, rook c1 possible, yeah, possible. Just to understand how I should play and how I should not play. And I think I played how I played, the wrong way. d5 looks unnatural due to c6 breaking up the diagonals for the bishop. No, in fact, I think, d5, why I didn't play this move, because knight d7, and then your knight can find itself on e5. Only because of this. I was not afraid at all of these moves, because I think that if we open the center, if you open central file, then I will maybe just put my bishop maybe even here, because here it will be not very active. So maybe I will put it on e2, I will castle, and we will play in the center. I played knight b3, and he played d5. And here, well, the best move here, and I was told that the best move here was probably c5. But, it's not that I don't like this move, just when we close king side and center, and that means that we are going to play on the queen side. At the same time, maybe now I understand why I was recommended to play c5 in this position, because who can create something on the queen side? Seems like only white pieces. Because what black can do? b6, but not so sure that this will be good for black. So maybe to play c5 and then continue pushing my pawns. So I have some threats, some chances on the queen side. I don't think that black can create something. Black can only defend. Somehow, I think that I even didn't think about c5 move. And especially when I played knight b3, my idea was maybe to move to c5 if d5 will be played. So, and d5 was played, and I decided to play this knight c5 move. In this order, maybe I was also thinking about rook c1 immediately. I think that I was also thinking maybe about taking, no, probably I was thinking about rook c1 or knight c5. So I played knight c5. Now I'm threatening to play knight e6, and also I'm attacking this pawn on b7. Queen c8 is probably the only move, yeah, the only good move in this position, protecting everything. And again, one of my ideas was to take on d5, which is a bad idea. This is what I played. Another idea was to play rook c1, but probably it is the same, because then in this case black can still take and maybe put his knight on d5 anyway. Also, when I play rook c1, maybe he can play first b6. I will need to move back and then take. Well, not sure. So I took knight takes. I decided to take. First I was also thinking maybe not to take it at all and to play rook c1. And if he takes with g pawn, but again was not so sure. Yeah, it's really difficult to evaluate positions in chess. If it is good to have passed double pawns on the f files, but weak pawn on h4, but open file, on this g file. Or maybe better not to ruin your pawn structure and play and take first, and this is what I did, take and play rook c1. So yeah, I played this way. I thought that there are no threats for me on the king side, and I have, you know, active rook on the c file. Now I also look at this position and I think that maybe there are really no threats on the king side, and maybe my mistake was, you will see later, my mistake was, yeah, well, at some point I played bishop h3, which was probably not a very good idea. I just wanted to win time by playing this move somehow, you know, because I'm threatening to take on e4, pawn cannot take, sorry, pawn cannot take because it's pinned, queen will be hanging on c8. I thought that, you know, I will play this move, black has to protect somehow, and then I will castle. But maybe it was better not to castle at all, at least. Yes, I helped my opponent, you know, to put his piece, his knight on d5. Now he has a very strong knight on d5. Okay, maybe put this bishop on e2 and then try to do something on the queen side. I was thinking that it was possible to do something, but it turned out that it's not really possible, apparently, to do something on the queen side. So I played this move, rook e8, and I castled, thinking that I'm doing okay, but no, not okay. I think feels like castle was a bad move. So he plays b6 first. I play knight to b3. I was also thinking about knight a4 and knight c3, and maybe this was a better move. Let's check what computer is thinking. Now computer is saying that knight b3 is the first line, knight a4 is a second line. The difference in evaluation between these two moves is not very big. I played this move. He goes queen e6. I play this move in order to try to play here and here. Of course, my opponent doesn't give me this. He plays b5. And now actually computer is recommending to play knight b3 back, or even knight to b1. Now, especially, you know, I know how the game ended. I know what difficulties I had. And now I think that I agree with computer that this was the right way to play. But I still was thinking that, you know, I'll be fine. I will survive. I will survive on the king side. Question, knight b3 giving up a pawn? Good question, by the way. Knight b3, computer is recommending this move. And yes, there is knight takes e3. So it says that f takes e3 is possible. Okay, queen takes, bishop takes, and there is rook takes e7. It's still worse for white, but possible. Maybe better, slightly better than what I got. So I played queen c2. You know, black is improving his pieces. I'm doing nothing because all my moves have no final, you know, goal destination. So I played rook f to e1 with, I don't know even with which idea, because you see, now it's difficult for me to find moves. Well, maybe to, you know, have some protection on e3. Maybe I will later put my knight on f1 to protect my g3 pawn. Maybe I will put my bishop on f1. I have nothing else to do. Just so bad. I cannot push this pawn because my b4 pawn is hanging. I was thinking about bishop c3 to protect this pawn and then push a4. But this is so slow. Really slow. So he plays queen f6. I play here. Oh, by the way, let's move back a little. I think that at this moment, maybe, you know, this was not a serious, not very, serious idea. I didn't spend too much time, but thinking about this idea. But I saw that maybe rook c5 can be played, and after bishop f8, I will just leave this rook there. Well, I don't know exactly what I can do right now. Knight b1 is recommended. Okay, for example, knight b1. If he takes, I take with this pawn, and at least I open this diagonal for my bishop. You will see something similar to this later, but I think that at the time when I sacrificed an exchange and opened this diagonal, my position was already much worse than now. So, but at this point, I thought that no, I'm not ready to sacrifice an exchange. I played queen c2. He played here. I played here. Queen f6. So it's clear that now he wants to start pushing his pawns. I played here. g5, h takes g5, queen takes g5. Computer is given a question mark. Oh, bishop takes e4 is the computer's recommendation. Actually, my opponent is not a super fast player. He spends quite some time thinking on his moves, and I remember that at this point he was also thinking for some time, and I thought, why is he thinking? Because g5 seems so obvious, but maybe he was calculating bishop takes e4 or well, knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, I guess, because if he takes my bishop, then I take with the knight, attacking his queen, attacking this pawn. Probably he was calculating this, because I was like, why is he thinking, you know? And then he played g5. Then I would get 3 connected pawns. Well, he played, but, you know, again, it was too much for me. Takes, queen takes, I played knight f1, rook d6, queen d2. What to do? I have nothing to do, I have zugzwang. Rook g6, I played rook c5 just now, he plays bishop f8. I decided that, you know, if I move my rook back, okay, what next move I'm going to do? So I left my rook there on c5. I played this move. Takes, takes, c6, queen d4, threatening to give checkmate on h8. Queen goes to h7, king goes to h7, and I play a4. Queen f6, queen d2, queen e7, takes, takes, here. Rook goes back. Why not to play rook a6, right? Why? What stopped me? Queen b7 maybe, I don't remember. I played this move, attacking pawn on f5, bishop g6. Then I play a stupid move actually, because my threat was so obvious that you know, I'm playing against international master with some time on his clock, not some patzer who doesn't see cheap threats. I play here with an idea to take on f5, because imagine if it is white to play, then bishop takes f5, bishop takes f5. If bishop takes f5, then queen takes h5, actually checkmate. King cannot move to this diagonal because of my bishop. Of course, my opponent saw this, and he played king h6, protecting everything. Now my pawn is hanging on b4, I have to protect it. I play queen e1, he plays rook a8. Maybe it was better to exchange these rooks, or as computer suggested, rook a5, but I play here. He plays h4, I play here. I really have nothing to do. You know, when we made 40 moves, I didn't want to continue playing this game, because I feel that I will, 99% that I will lose this game. But at the same time, it seems that it's too early to resign because there is no checkmate on the board. I'm just an exchange down, so like too early to resign, but at the same time I have nothing to do. So yeah, desperate. I think that I was I think that I was desperate. So bishop d4, he goes here, I go here, he goes back. After some thinking, I go here. He plays this move, another desperate move, f4. Well, if he takes here, then maybe my position is not too bad because I'm taking with a knight and I'm attacking pawn on f5. But he takes en passant. I take on h4. He goes here, and I was planning to make this move. But at some point I realized that it was not possible, but actually it was probably possible, although I already have minus 5.46 anyway. Why I was thinking that it's not possible, because bishop takes on h3, I have to take with the queen, and there is rook g4 move, but it seems like it was still possible to play after queen takes f3. No, it was not possible, guys. It's -9. What am I talking about? It's not possible. It's high time to resign, actually. So bishop g4. I played rook d2. Absolutely stupid move, but just all moves in this position, I think, stupid. So he takes, take, and he plays queen e4. I play bishop b2. But he gives check. I go here, one more check. I go here, and he plays beautiful move. And maybe you can find it. How would you play here in this position, these black pieces? If you saw the game, don't tell. If you didn't see the game, tell us. How would you play with black? He played this move, and I resigned. Not this move, because of rook h2 on knight. No, knight h2 cannot be played, queen will be hanging. By the way, be careful. If you play king h5, maybe knight g3 can be played. Check. Knight g3 can be played. So you have to take with rook or queen, and then I'm winning an exchange. But find the first line, computer's first line, and my opponent's. Computer's first line is my opponent's move. Knight takes e3 looks interesting also. Knight takes e3, another mistake, I think, because queen takes e3 with check. So you have to move your king or take with your queen. Knight takes e3, and the game goes on. Okay, my opponent played rook g2. Checkmate in 7 moves. I resigned. I don't want to say that I was hoping to survive, with my queen on h3. No, but rook g2, and I decided to to stop suffering. Yeah. So the idea is to give checkmate on h1. Now queen h1 is a real threat, because there will be only one move, knight h2, and then queen takes h2, checkmate. If rook takes rook, then queen takes g2, checkmate. And there is nothing else. Yeah, there is nothing else here.